Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Chop Shop Radio.
We already welcome it back.
Yo, what's good?
What's good, peace, fellas?
Peace. We got you all locked in now.
Yo. I think we should be good, yo.
What's good, man? Good. Can you hear us? Yo.
You guys are in and out a little bit, but we're not reality.
What's going on? Can you hear us now?
Sound a little underwater.
A little bit.
All right.
Maybe we should just put that on the speaker. Can y'all hear us now? We sound better?
A little bit better. We should be able to. I mean, hopefully we can manage. Whatever you're doing is helping, though. It's working.
All right,
man.
So what's up, man? Introduce yourself. Should we put this?
Yo, it's DJ Reality from Flip the Script Radio. I'm on the line with. Go ahead, man. Introduce yourself.
Word, man. You guys are out of where you from?
Sound underwater, man. Sound real.
Hold on one second. Go ahead. You sound better?
It's great stuff. Flip the Script Radio. What's good, y'all?
What's going on, man? We sound better now?
You sound better?
Yeah, sound a little muddy, but let's see how it progresses.
All right, man. So, yeah, man.
Your phone's going to die. You got 15%.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, just let us know what you guys do, man. You guys do a podcast, too?
No, actually, we're not a podcast. We're an internet radio show. This week out of Jersey. Flip the Script Radio. We broadcast on mixlr.com. Basically, just download the app and then search Flip the Script Radio, and you get notifications when we go live every week, every Wednesday from 8 to 11. So we're a weekly internet radio show, and we specialize in, that authentic hip-hop, the stuff that the radio is afraid of, the stuff that doesn't get the platform that it should get, and, along with classic stuff, and we go into some funk, soul, some breaks, and try to give a little bit of the history of where a lot of this stuff comes from. So we try to cover the whole gamut on anything hip-hop oriented, basically.
All right. So, how'd you guys get started, man? What guys got you into the whole thing?
Well, I'll let Grace go handle that one since he's the creator of the show.
Well, I mean, just wanting to do music, wanting to do radio, wanting to do it for the longest, and having internet available now. I mean, back in the day, we tried to pirate radio, then got shut down by the FCC, so it's the easiest way to do it now. I know a lot of people are doing it, but I was like, you know what? I think we could come from an angle that a lot of people ain't really reaching right now, and it just took me to convince you reality to get bored, pause, and once he did, man, I mean, we've been rocking so far, a little over 3 years now.
Word. To watch the show, you have to actually download the app.
You have to. We don't. Yeah, you download the app. We don't. Sometimes we do like live streams and stuff, but we're strictly audio. And then obviously for visuals, we have our YouTube channel, Flip the Script Radio YouTube channel with all the freestyles and all the interviews and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's just the app and you're good to go.
What's the name of the app?
Mixler. You got to download Mixler. And then
it's on Mixler.
So,
MixLR.com.
Let me comment a little bit on this. This is not be reality. So last week I tuned into their show. I downloaded the Mixler. I listened to their show. It was really, really dope. They played a lot of songs that people like younger cats would know now, but they played the originals. But what I really liked about their show was that they had a dope chat room, and the chat room was popping.
Chat room's popping.
Yeah, the chat room was popping.
How does the chat room affect the show and like?
I think the chat room is basically there's a lot of people that have been with us. I mean, I've done radio, in New York, for a long time. I was on Underground Railroad and WBAI, which is FM radio. For the longest on the hip hop show in New York, on the air since '91, and still going. Shout out to Jay Smooth.
Right up.
But and they had a chat room that ran also, which is kind of crazy. But the chat room, it's kind of created like a family, like worldwide, man, like a camaraderie with people that don't have the same interests that can kind of come together and chop it up about music. And people have become friends in the chat room. There's been collaborations between MCs and producers, and there's a lot of people out there that are kind of in the same, feel the same way we do, but just don't have the outlets and don't have the connection ways to reach out to others. Sometimes it feels overwhelming with stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start to feel like, does anybody else care about this but me?
Right.
So,
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised though when you put it out there.
I always say, like, if you feel that way, then at least a million other people feel the same way.
So you guys, how long have you guys been doing the podcast for? I mean, I'm sorry, the radio joint for?
I'm sorry, man, we had a little trouble here.
I said how long? 3 years you guys been doing it?
Yeah, this is a third year. Yep.
You guys have had a lot of dope guests on there, right? You guys have had you had Stoneface on there, William Cooper.
Yeah, we had Stoneface, William Cooper. We had Ralph McDaniels, Redman. You know,
Reggie.
Forget these are the new school.
Word.
Thurston Howell, Master Ace. This is a long list of people. Man. We had a great guest, man.
It's a healthy list right there.
Yeah, you guys have a good list, and that's what I'm saying. Like I heard about you guys before, and then I had ran into, I forgot who it was, but I ran into somebody who was dropping cards at the Stoneface listening party. I was out there, so that was.
Hey, wait a minute, time out. Now I know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Peace.
We was in the bathroom laughing if your phone fell out the window and hit somebody in the head.
Yeah. Yup. Yo, my G. Well, yo, what's your name again?
Yeah, bro, I don't know. I wasn't there that night, so it definitely wasn't me. I don't know if that show.
Nah, but the one that's talking about the phone dropping out the window. What's your name again?
Great Stoke.
All right, peace, yo, Nabi. Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. Actually, you guys like what the name of the host on the show? What do you guys like? Who the host?
The host is Great Stoke, myself, DJ C Reality, then there's Mateo and Dave Rock.
All right.
This is four Rocket from day one.
Word.
yeah. So these guys were representing at the. So Homeboy was representing. We had went over there with Papa Wu, and we was doing some filming and stuff, and then I was talking because we was at the famous Quad Studios where Pac got shot and many legendary people have recorded, and I was like filming a little bit of the live stream out the window, and I was like, damn, what if my phone dropped and hit somebody in the head? And we started laughing and we started chopping it up, and the homie had the show and we were building, and it's crazy, right? Yo, it's crazy, right? Because I had lost your info, right? So then I ended up finding C Reality on Facebook and seeing Flip the Script, and I hit him up. I was like, yeah, I was chopping up with one of your mans, boom, we chopping it up, this and that. And I'm like, yo, what's your DJ name? He's like, yo, my DJ name is C Reality. I'm like, yo, my rap name is Nabi Reality. I'm like, yo, maybe we related.
It's quite a lot of names. Good beat. Yeah, man. Nah, definitely. Like you said, you guys were bugging out at the listening party. That's one of our things. Also with the show, that a lot of people seem to be good. You like the chemistry between the four of us, and we like to bug out. We come from the golden area, whatever you want to call it, and the whole stretch in Barbito. I spent a lot of time up at the KCL studios hanging out, and so really that was kind of like our training ground. So we have a lot of fun with it, and we try to really be honest with our opinions. A lot of people, there's a lot of celebrity worship and a lot of like go-to names that people feel like they have to feel a certain way about.
Yep.
And I think a lot of our listenership, appreciate the fact that we give honest opinions on music, whether it's new or older. Like we have a weekly segment that Mateo does. It's called This Week in Hip Hop. And, we do it every week. We've been doing it since the show began. And it's like, run down, the events that have happened, in whatever year, blah, 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 like that kind of a thing. And we'll give honest opinions about, what we thought of a certain album. Some people may think a certain thing was iconic or whatever for some reason. But, we'll say that as well. But we try to, really give honest opinions and represent, the culture from our experience, because we are lucky enough to be old enough and be from the area where this whole thing began.
So two things I wanted to make a statement, and I want to ask a question. The statement I wanted to say was that I appreciate you guys taking the time to call in, because being this is not me talking, being the network, because they don't know on the other end. Me being the social media and the network in person, I've run into other people that have shows that are not open to like call in and build on our show because they're like, oh, well, we do a show, like almost like it's like competition type of thing. You know what I mean? And I just respect the fact that you guys take the time to call in our show because that's what we do when we build with people. Like we get them to call in our show because we're not in competition with nobody. We're not like, you know what I mean? There's fans and there's people and there's I don't want to call them fans. There's listeners and there's people for all of us. And those of us that have different networks, if we can build with each other, we can share it because I'm sure that there's people that are tuning in tonight are going to watch this show that would have never watched it because y'all are on it. You get what I'm saying? And vice versa with us, you know, building with your show. So I just wanted to say, I tip my hat to y'all for being open to call and to build with another show because not everybody's like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like advertising the podcast on another podcast.
Some people get thrown off when I hit them up, you know, because like I hit up C Reality and I was building with them a little bit.
Like it's all fighting,
yeah, and I think that he might have got he know me, so he didn't know if I was getting at him. Like I was here, you know, cross promotion, and he was kind of like,
we had Doggy Diamonds call the show.
Yeah, we had Doggy Diamonds call the show, and that's the interview king. So building with C Reality, he was like, you know, we don't like to make, you know, we like to watch out who we do this. I was like, yo, but you know, I'm not trying to. We're just trying to get y'all to call in our show, and you know, they talked about this with us. So I just want to tip my hat to y'all. So I wanted to ask, what part of Jersey are y'all based in again?
North,
Okay.
Yeah, North Elizabeth, basically that area.
Yeah, Newark is right next to New York City, right? Very close, right?
Yeah, it's about a good 3 miles away.
Yeah, that's not far, but 3 miles in New York travel, that's like it take you an hour.
Pick up.
So our co-host S Perez, she's not here tonight, but she saw that we were interviewing you guys, and she's a fan of y'all, and she wanted to shout you guys out because she's based here in Rhode Island. Our co-host S Perez, but she's from Patterson originally, so she wanted to shout y'all out.
Oh, okay.
So what is
shout out to her.
What is the music scene like out there where y'all are from? Like, what's going on out there in the music scene? Like, what's the pulse out there right now?
You got your Jersey house music, of course, right? You know, a lot of kids are doing that right now. But, you know what I mean, to be honest with you, boom bap, like, rappers are still out here doing it heavy. There's a lot of groups out here. North is heavy with the groups. As for venues, there's a lot of venues going on. It's still big. I mean, the tri-state area, New York and North, we collab a lot. So you see a lot of the artists going back and forth, you know. So it's heavy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. You know, I could say from a DJ perspective, you know, and I have like close to 30 years in as a DJ. I don't want to beat myself and sound extremely old, but it is what it is. Very old.
I don't want to toot my horn, but I've got a long time in. No, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. It's just, you know, you see a lot of things. Definitely no horn tooting.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you, bro. Go ahead.
No. It's all good, man. That's what we do. But no, I'm just saying because, you know, the more time you spend doing this stuff, you see a lot of things kind of come and go, and you see things change, and you see.
Yeah.
I'll be totally honest. Like I've seen a lot of really talented artists become kind of marginalized, you know, because certain things become popular, and you know, venues are about making money, and they do what they do, and you know, and I think you know, but there's definitely a lot of people out here that are doing it, that are trying to keep this thing, you know, keeping it going, whether it's, you know, venues or shows like ours and music and stuff like that. You know, it's just, you know, like-minded people like we're doing tonight have to really, and this has been my thing for me, and one of my biggest gripes with this, you know, thing is that, you know, like-minded people have to do things together. That's how we get things done.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that 100%. 100%.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we can sit around and complain about how bad things are, you know, but at the end of the day, man, you know, if we're not contributing and we're not making any efforts on our own to change those situations, then you can't really complain too much. You know what I mean? You gotta get out there and try to put some work in. I mean, it's a little harder, you know, for those of us that are trying to do something that's a little left center and is not as mainstream. But there's a whole host of people out there, man, that, you know, they don't listen to radio as much because they feel like there's really nothing for them to listen to, not knowing that there's all kinds of stuff for them to listen to.
I agree with you, and I think that you know what I think that the problem is that we live in the age with the most information, but because it's so oversaturated, people don't know where to look. Like, you don't know, there's so many people that I meet that don't listen to like real quality hip hop only because no one took the time to say, go check out Jedi Mind Tricks, Killer Priest, go check out this or that.
The problem really is that the information is super highway. You got resources. You got to look into your resources. You got all the information in the palm of your hands. Mm-hmm. If you're not accessing it yourself, you shouldn't. Nobody need to put that battery in your back until you go look something up. Yeah, the world in the palm of your hands. Literally,
this is true, but they don't have it. It's almost but it's just like the situation with how we don't have any bookstores anymore.
That's what the library is for.
But check it. But check it. Let me make my point. And this is comparable to music. When you used to walk into a bookstore years ago, when bookstores were a big thing, right? You'd go in there looking for a particular book. And as you walk around, you'd randomly bump into a book that you didn't know you wanted.
Yeah,
but now you look on Amazon, you look for a book and they'll suggest books like it, but people are missing so much because we don't have that connection. And what we're saying is
I think so.
I think there's an overabundance of shows.
I mean, there are people. We still got to get some.
Yeah,
we're going to get to our back and forth. We got to get them. All right.
But anyways, like we're saying, they're all like-minded people. And much of the 5% concept, people that are like-minded need to build with each other and share resources because there's only going to be so many people that are on that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's the curse of social media. There's a lot of pros and a lot of cons. You know what I mean? It's back in the day, you needed a record deal and a distribution deal, and you need all these things to be able to get your music heard worldwide. Nowadays, you can basically do all those things yourself, but the issue is everyone does it. And the question is, should everyone be doing it? And that's what happens. A lot of good things get lost in the shuffle. So that's why, to me, I really feel like, there's a lack of tastemakers, in this game. There used to be people like, guys like Dante Ross that did serious A&R work and developed artists and developed talent. And, there were MCs that weren't afraid to be who they were as artists and not just try to kind of follow along with what's happening. And DJs that weren't afraid to break records. I mean, that's what hip-hop was. Hip-hop was something that nobody really wanted anything to do with until, they couldn't ignore it anymore. Yeah. It got to the point where, it became like a force to be reckoned with because people weren't afraid to keep pushing it, But now it's kind of like, I feel like sometimes the people kind of relinquish the power to the powers that be and let them dictate what we're supposed to be doing as opposed to us on the street level and on the people's level dictating that. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what it used to be. But I think it's getting back to that, man. I kind of, and I'm one of those jaded dudes in this game. Grace Stoke will tell you.
Who are we talking to? That's C-Reality, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I just want to make sure who we're talking to because, we can't see you, so we're switching back and forth. Can't see him.
Well, you're better off not seeing us. We have faces for radio. So,
yeah, we have to doctor our photos.
Video killed the radio.
So I want to ask you guys this question. This is one of the questions that I had prepared to ask you guys because this is something that we ask of people that do real stuff, and this was something that we talked about with Doggy Diamonds. Do you think that you guys sacrifice numbers in the name of keeping integrity? What I mean is, do you think that you guys have less people that follow what you do because you don't follow trends and you keep what is real and you keep the core of it?
I think that it's just the state of hip hop where it's at today. If this was back in the day, I know Stretch and Bob had it locked down back in the day, but like our shows like yours, if we had the opportunity to do it back in the day when the music that we're playing was really big,
wow, crazy, yeah, like
we would be in a different spot. You know what I mean? It's just the way the music is today. We can't care. We're grown folk. We can't hear the music.
You know why? The only reason we couldn't have podcasts back then. Because niggas would be waiting at the door trying to shoot your shit up.
Yeah, because honestly, like, if we would have had this podcast, if we would have had this podcast back in the day, we would probably have to be strapped because we would really offend people.
Yeah,
really
like the radio stations. Niggas wait outside the radio stations with straps. You know what I'm saying? So you know podcasts niggas be waiting outside.
I know every week.
Yeah.
So I mean, back then the music was serious. Today it's you know how it is. Today it's all watered down. You see what's going on, but it's their turn. If these kids' turn, they can have it for now, and that's why we're here. That's why we do what we do.
And it always flip flops, you know.
I think it's hard, like the artists like Napoleon the Legend, Innocent. You got dope artists here in Jersey like Joey Dynamite, Gonzalez, New Eureka. There's still a lot of dope
Focus the
artists
Game.
out there. So,
Shout out to Focus the Game, South Jersey.
We gotta work with it.
Word.
So let me ask you guys this. So you guys are doing the show, and I see some other things going on. What does the future look like down like next year, the year coming? What does that look like for you guys? What do you guys got planned?
I mean, if we're still here, God willing, just continue to do the same thing. Just deliver, have fun, get out on a Wednesday for 3 hours, entertain our chat room. Our chat room family, they've been rocking with us, from day one. So it's really about them.
Chat room
and
popping.
Keeping artists alive. We have to be the outlet for them. Who's gonna play these kids' music? Who's gonna do it if we don't do it? So,
No, you're right.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Yeah.
You're right. So do you?
I will say,
You got good.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's a little tough to hear, so I can't tell, you gotta kind of go in and out.
That's because you're old. You can't. You're hard to hear.
You're right about that.
You need the horn. You need that big horn, like hello.
You know what it is, man? Like, to get back to your question about the whole sacrifice thing, I think the state of music, a lot of what's happening in music is what's happening in the world. There's a lot of people who require a whole lot of life experience and, whether it be music or whatever it is, who feel like they need to cater to people and pander to people that don't know anything instead of educating.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
what winds up happening is that, people acquire all this experience and all this knowledge, but I hate to use this corny word. Can I curse here or no?
Yeah.
No curse here.
No, you can. You just gotta pay us $100 for every curse. Go ahead. Hope you got Bitcoin account. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like.
No, you can swear.
You can swear. I'm just fucking with you.
No, it's not. But what's the point in acquiring all this knowledge if you're not gonna educate, the next group, the age group of people? Like, I've worked with teenagers for like the last 20 years, and it shouldn't be that a guy my age has to be around teenagers. I have to be when artists are coming up, and this thing is supposed to be youth driven.
Yeah.
And it's not, because even though they have more access to information than they've ever had, they still let mainstream media dictate what they're into, more than ever. There's no more movement. There's no more, hip-hop was a movement. Punk was a movement. It started from like humble beginnings with the people, and then, it took off. But, now it's kind of like, the hip-hop heads now they kind of like exist in a box, like a corporately created box, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Joe Budden said it best. Joe Budden said it best when he said that they're spitting better in the UK and other places because they're about bars. We're about melody now.
Well,
Look at Migos.
it's all about the people that they putting in front of us. Like you said, there's people that's really making good music, but they don't get put in the forefront, and that's the problem. Like, there was always sucky rappers, there was always whack ass rappers that was in the game, that was around and rapping,
but they didn't get the props. They didn't get the forefront.
They wasn't considered the elite in hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, nobody ever considered Mike Jones top of hip hop.
Yeah, but he existed, and that was fine for what he did.
He
But
might have went platinum, might have went gold.
Nah, he ain't never went platinum. Mike Jones ain't never went
one of
platinum.
his songs probably went platinum at that time. He probably went platinum at that time. Maybe not an album, but probably one of the songs.
You see all these grading standards and all these things that we all kind of fall victim to with hip hop. Those are the very things that hip hop was originally against. Those are the things we never worried about chart positions. We weren't for the chart. It wasn't supposed to be there. We never worried about sales. We never worried about Grammys because this music was supposed to be the antithesis of all that stuff. But over time, it became something else, and it wasn't like it stopped. It wasn't like artists. It just went right back into the underground where it began. And, you gotta, look, I don't have an issue with the person who claims to be like a casual listener if they're not going to really, dig any deeper in the radio. But if you claim to be ahead and you claim to love this stuff, you got to dig a little bit deeper. You got to tune in to shows like ours, shows like yours. There's plenty of stuff out there. Pay attention to the outlets that are doing it correctly. You know what I mean?
Just so you know, I'm trying to create this whole, we'll talk about this off camera, but I'm trying to create this whole network of shows like ours, of like-minded shows that share resources, but we'll talk about that further. But I've been on this. That's one of the reasons why I invited you guys on the show.
And what he said reminded me of we was interviewing Rock from Helter Skelter, and I was like, you know, it's crazy. Like hip hop is the only genre where it's like taboo to be an old rapper or whatever.
Yeah, because he was saying he got mad when people asked him, "What are you going to do after rap?"
Yeah, he was like, "Why?" He was like, "Why I got to stop rapping?" I was like. And then I said, I think it's because, you know, there's never really been an old rapper because hip hop is a young genre, so people are not used to the eye
Nobody
test
tells Mick Jagger to stop.
Of seeing nobody has really been seeing an old rapper because
Nobody tells
hip hop is old enough for yet now it has now it's getting there, but it wasn't old enough for a rapper to grow into it.
Remember Flash did the message? He was 66 years old.
Yeah, so that's what Rock said. Rock said, think about all the old school rappers. Think about think about Slick Rick. He was young. He looked at old. Mm-hmm. Look at Big Daddy Kane.
He debunked your theory on that one. Yeah.
He's like, I was like, wow. I never thought about that.
He kind of debunked.
And then the only person that was really claimed to be young was like, what's something? I Got It Made. Special Ed. And he used that as a play. That was like one of his angles to his whole his whole brand. I'm young and I got money and stuff like that. So when he said that, I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. She was like, that's kind of like an image that they made for it, that they made. You know what I mean? Like the industry made that image.
So
totally, man. I mean, it's all marketing, man. I mean, marketing. If you have the marketing mechanism working in your favor, it's like anytime you talk to any average person and you want to talk about get it from R.J. Cole, get it from R.J. Cole. You know, and you can against those guys and what they do, but those are the guys, you know, with the major marketing mechanisms behind them. You know, you never hear anyone mention the Foley and the Legends or the Joe Pesci's or the all host of other people that are doing it. So, you know, it's like going to the store buying Pepsi or Coke, man. It's like, you know, there's a million other sodas that you look at the same two brands because, you know, the marketing mechanism is so strong. It's the same thing.
For sure. You know? For sure, definitely, and you know what, and that's a very valid point. So what we're getting ready to wrap up because we're near the end of the show. But down the line, I mean, I'm gonna talk to you guys off camera, but down the line too, we want to have you guys call back in. And we'll have a speaker system a little more set up than this. But could you just drop everything so people that for people in our network, because we have people in our network like you that are from other countries. I can tell people how they can tune in and all the details on your show, because we want to make sure everybody that messes with the Chopp Shop also supports these brothers, because these brothers are really, really good, and you're on Wednesdays, right?
Yes, sir.
So the night, there you go, Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, we on Wednesday nights, right, from 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mixlr, MIXLR.com. If you go to flipscriptradio.org, you can hit all the links right there, our archives, everything's right there. We also have an archive show on Sundays, hosted by Phil G to Nobody. He plays all our archives, so you catch mad shows from 3 years ago. You got to check it out. It's crazy how he does it.
Looking forward to it. Definitely check it out.
Without a delay, we're on 8 o'clock. Boom.
So what I'll do is I'll put on the Chopp Shop page, the Chopp Shop Facebook page and everything else. I'll put up all the information about you guys, because I had posted last week. And next Wednesday, I'll definitely be in the chat room, because like I said, you guys had it popping.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, once again, man, that flipthescriptradio.org, like Graystoke said, that'll get you to the show archive and everything. But I gotta emphasize the YouTube channel, man.
Right, subscribe to that, man.
To it from the website. Like, there's a lot of really, really dope interviews and freestyles, man. I feel like the channel needs to really be a lot more popular, man. So help us out with that.
So what I'll do is I'll put up a post with all those links, and I'll tag you guys in it, and I'll put it up after the show, so the people in our network can tune into you guys' show. Because like I said, man, Wednesday night you got their show. If you know what I'm saying, if you're in their network, tune into our show Thursday night, man. Wednesday and Thursday, we got the hip hop popping, man. These dudes are playing the classics. They're playing some real music. We're playing the visual aspect in the videos. People say there ain't no real hip hop no more. The Wednesday and Thursday got you covered.
Right July, there. As they say in Spanish, July.
So shout out to you guys, man. Chopp Shop Radio, thanks for having us on, man.
Word, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Word,
man.
Thanks for taking time out today, man. Calling and talking.
Yeah,
to
man.
us,
And we look forward to calling in you guys' show in the near future, man, and building with your network, man. Because like I said, man, that's what it's all about. This is the first step. We appreciate you guys.
What up? No doubt. We appreciate it, man. Good looking out.
All right, see reality. I'll be in touch, brother. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace.
All right.
No doubt. Peace. Peace,
Yo, we're
everybody.
gonna go to this video. Be back with the rest of the Chickadee Chop
Chop
Shop.
shop.
Wrap it up, B.